I'll tell you what, when I got that first listing, I was like, this real estate shit is easy. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Vana Jarabek. I'm a real estate agent here in Seattle. I'm 21 years old. I started in the business when I was 18. I found a lot of success. I've been loving it. I grew a team here in Seattle, and I'm having so much fun sharing what I know on this YouTube channel and getting you started on your real estate journey. So day one, out the gate, how did I get my first listing? How did it sell? How much did I make? Were there any issues? Let's talk about it. So I got my real estate license when I was 18 years old. It was October 2019. My birthday was in December, and I didn't make any money for 6 months. I felt pretty lost, I'm not gonna lie. I did not know where my first deal was gonna come from. I didn't have any friends who were gonna buy or sell from me anytime soon at 18 years old. So I got on YouTube, I went to Tom Ferry coaching events, and I figured out how to prospect without knowing anyone who's looking to buy or sell. I had to go and talk to strangers. So where did I find these strangers to talk to? I found a strategy called circle prospecting. Now the common cold calling for new agents are the FSBO, expired, and circle prospecting. And I had dipped my toe, if you will, into FSBO and expired, but I just didn't have much luck with them. I didn't sharpen my skills all the way to work those lead generation systems, so I just decided to go full on to circle prospecting. I felt like circle prospecting compared to FSBO and expired was more approachable for me personally, which is ironic because usually FSBO and expired are going to be the people who you know want to sell their home, and circle prospecting, you're coming out completely cold, don't even know if they want to buy or sell. But I went with it anyway because the scripting felt better to me, and I will show you why. So what circle prospecting is you take an area on the map, maybe it's the farm you're working or just your own neighborhood, and you take an area around a recently sold listing. Now I hadn't sold any yet, but the team I was on did have past sales. So I took one of our past sales, I got the data for the neighborhood it was in, and we'll get to that in a minute. I was like, hey, my name's Vana Jarabek with Michael J. Real Estate. I'm calling you because my team, recently sold a listing in your neighborhood for $40,000 above list price. So I was just calling to see when you may plan on selling. And they'll either say yes or no or F you. And you go from there. You ask some questions like, usually they'd say no, right? So I was like, oh, okay, great. Well, how long have you lived in the area if you don't mind me asking? And you go through these rapport building questions and sometimes the script will flip and you'll end up with a yes at the end of the call. So I did go through those rapport building questions. Now I dealt with a lot of rejection for sure. Like I just said, most people say no. And I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of times I like cried. But what I learned is that you can't take rejection personally. They are rejecting your service. They're not rejecting you. Remember, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you look like. You will likely never have to see this person unless you're calling your neighbor. I don't know, but maybe your neighbor shouldn't be cussing you out. And every single no gets you closer to a yes. I was fresh out of high school. I dropped out of college for this. So all I had was time to do this, find motivated sellers, and this even helped me sharpen my skills. So that's a laydown. Someone said yes, I pre-qualified, and I set the appointment. Now, where did I get the phone numbers? My company provided me Rejection, which is a real estate data service. It's super popular, and they had a thing called GeoLeads, and all you had to do was type in an address into this GeoLead search platform, and then you just drew a circle to get all the contact information of the homeowners in that area. Then from there, you load it into the Rejection dialer, and the computer makes the calls for you. So I wasn't sitting there punching in numbers. No, all I had to do was pull up the dialer on my laptop, call the number they give me, and then the laptop basically made the calls for me. That's like the simplest way I can put it. GeoLeads on Rejection, highly recommend. I currently use Property Radar combined with Mojo, but it does the exact same thing. And I do think Rejection is a great place to start. But if your company already provides some sort of software for you, just use that. Don't put extra money into this if you don't have to, especially if you're new and you don't have it. Other good services are Vulcan and Batch Dialer. I've heard of those. So back to my story. After I got my motivated seller on the phone, I pre-qualified him, and then I set the appointment and I asked my broker to come. And at most brokerages, your broker will come with you for your first few appointments so that you don't mess it up because they want you to get sales and you need that support to see how it's done. So literally, even though the seller was talking to me on the phone, I pulled up with my broker and he did all the talking. We got the listing signed and we got the property on the market. Got the photographer in, we did the full marketing plan. We had already discussed a pricing strategy, how we were gonna market the property with professional photo and video, and how we were gonna navigate the multiple offer situation. So from there, all we had to do was put the marketing plan in place. We sent out flyers, we did open houses. It's actually COVID. We did virtual open house. So I went to the house with my DJI phone stabilizer, right, with my phone. I got on Zoom, showed the house to the people who came into the Zoom call, and funny enough, enough, one of the people who came to the virtual open house actually made an offer, and that's the one that won. So the house was on market for about 16 days. This was spring 2020. Yes. So licensed October 2019. April 2020 is when we signed the listing. It sat for about 16 days. We ended up with 2 offers actually, and it sold a little bit over list price. Nothing crazy like today's market, but it sold over list price and closed 30 days later. So I got my first check in real estate about 6 months after getting licensed. It was a $600,000 house, 3% commission, so $18,000 gross commission. Not too shabby. What was really great about that listing is that it came from a cold call, right? So it came from my hard work, and it made all of those no's totally worth it. When I held that $18,000 gross commission check, I was like, yeah, I could get cussed out again. I wouldn't mind, you know, I guess it was worth it for $18,000. And if you know me, you know that that motivated me to keep getting on the phones. And from there, I sold like 14 more houses through the rest of the year. So that was great. I honestly learned that if you put in the work and you really, really work on your skills. I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, Captivate by Vanessa Van Edwards. I was watching a lot of Tom and Mike Ferry on YouTube, learning how to talk to sellers, solve the problem, list the property, and get it sold for top dollar. Those are the skills I learned and implemented to make $100,000 in my first year in real estate. So that's the story of how I got my first listing in real estate. I'm sure a lot of new real estate agents are watching this video, and to you, I say, girl or guy or they, get into it. Do not get discouraged. Go build those skills. Go spend a lot of time learning problems that our sellers are facing and learning how to solve them. What we do is solving problems. Always provide value to your marketplace. Focus more on how you can help them than what you have to offer. And that's gonna help you get over a lot of your fears and limiting beliefs, because I know you've got them, and get out there and serve your marketplace. And of course, check out my other videos because I post a lot for new agents. I don't think we need more real estate agents. There's 2 million agents in America, but we need better real estate agents. Let me tell you something. We're becoming kind of a joke, you guys. In an industry where basically anyone can become a real estate agent, we need a lot better skills, and we need a lot more people focused on serving their clients. So that's my 2 cents. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was and you made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe. It means the world for my business. Let's keep getting better and creating a better name for real estate agents. So thanks so much again, and I will see you in the next video.